Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Hello and good morning. This is the World News on your premium talk radio Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Annie Abdul Salam. In the headlines, Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi and Governor Nyesom Wike clash over planned construction of Port Harcourt-Maiduguri rail line and Bonny Seaport. Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami denies knowledge of whether EFCC is investigating APC chieftain Bola Tinubu. Appeal Court strikes out appeal by 22 local government council chairmen against River State Government, River State Independent Electoral Commission, and 2 others. And on the foreign scene, passerby shot dead after South African police moved to disperse students protesting. And now, the details. The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, says River State Governor Nyesom Wike did not speak based on facts when he condemned the planned construction of the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri rail line and the Bonny Seaport. Amechi said this in reaction to Governor Wike's comments that the planned multi-billion naira project is a bait to deceive Rivers people ahead of the 2023 general elections.
I am taught before I became a governor that governors don't speak carelessly. I am taught before I became a governor that governors speak with facts and figures. That when you make a statement, millions of Nigerians depend on that statement. I am not garrulous in that nature. I speak intelligently, knowing that when I speak, it matters. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't speak out of my sense. Election is coming 2023. This is 2021. You have 2 years. Go back to all my statements as a governor. I don't just get up. And I have not even gotten up and say, oh, one small boy is criticizing me as a governor. He's from so and so village. Damn you! A governor is so... Do you think I don't see what people talk about me? I also exert much more influence. I am one man who has been in public office for too long that sometimes my wife thinks I should retire. I've been speaker for 8 years. I've been governor for 8 years. I'm now minister for 6 years. You may wish to know. I was special assistant for 2 years to Governor Rufus Sada George. I've been in public office, and I know the importance of making a statement.
Meanwhile, River State Governor Nyesom Wike has insisted that the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri narrow gauge rail line is not good enough for River State and the connecting states. Governor Wike said this while commissioning the Omechi-Omokiri Alu Road in Ikwe local government area of the state. He said the plan by the federal government to complete the project in 36 months is unrealistic.
I heard people came to River State to flag off narrow gauge. What would the world is talking about standard gauge? What are giving River State narrow gauge? Because I challenge them. Show us what you've done for the people of the state. So what they will do to come and say, okay, since you are complaining, let's come and give you back that narrow gauge instead of giving us the standard gauge to Maiduguri. And they're making us about it. River State, the treasury base of the nation, the state that they use their money to produce their president. Toward the end of the administration, what they will come and tell us to have a narrow gauge. I was watching Kakaki and I heard somebody, they said is a minister, was talking and he said he does not drink. Who told you to drink? Let the world see it. You want to finish the narrow gauge in 36 months. Will you be in power then? Will you still be in power at 36? I am going to finish every project I have awarded.
Former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Austin Opara, who commissioned the project, said Governor Wike has been resourceful with state funds. Former students and family members of unpaid primary and secondary school teachers of River State-owned tertiary institutions have staged a peaceful protest over their 5 years unpaid salaries. The protesters, who were seen with placards, marched to the State Assembly and Government House, Port Harcourt, to register their anger. The chairman, River State Civil Society Organizations, NFR George Real, who led the protesters, spoke on their behalf, calling on the State House of Assembly and the government to pay them their 5 years' salary. Meanwhile, receiving the protesters at the State House of Assembly gate, the clerk of the House, Stanford Oba, promised to deliver the letter and the court judgments of the protesters to the leadership of the House. In the same vein, the organized labor in River State has staged a protest at the River State House of Assembly against moves by the National Assembly to remove the minimum wage from the exclusive legislative list. The protest commenced at the State Secretariat of the NLC at D-Line and ended at the gate of the River State Assembly at Moscow Road in Port Harcourt. Chairman of NLC in River State, Beatrice Utubo, who led the protest, appealed to the leadership of the State House of Assembly not to assent to the bill if it ever gets to the House. Utubo also noted that if the bill is allowed to sail through, it will drag the nation back to the era of late wages.
We appeal to your good judgment to take account of the gravity of the malvolence afoot by some progressive elements in the House of Representatives. Intervene to guide the members of the State House of Assembly aright in case this bill comes before you. If this anti-labor bill that seeks to hamstring the nation in her efforts to reduce poverty and inequality is presented to your State House of Assembly, we appeal to your Excellency kindly refuse assent. Organized labor not willing to sleep on its right have perfected plans to organize nationwide protests in all the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. The protest will commence from Wednesday, 10th March 2021, and will be staying at this and drive home our point that in the retaining of the national minimum wage in the explosive legislative list is a fight for our survival and livelihood of millions of Nigerian workers.
Our correspondent Chinedu Iwuna reports that the clerk of the River State House of Assembly, Stanford Oba, received the protest letter on behalf of the House. The Nigeria Labour Congress at the federal level also staged a nationwide protest over the implementation of a minimum wage for Nigerian workers. It is now 2 weeks and a day since the kidnap of two prominent individuals from Andoni local government area of River State. It is also the same number of weeks since a 12-passenger boat was hijacked along the Bonny waterways by unknown gunmen. Unfortunately, the whereabouts of the kidnapped victims in Andoni and the victims of the hijacked boat are yet unknown 2 weeks after the incident. When contacted, spokesman of the River State Police Command, Nnamdi Omoni, when asked what the police is doing to secure the release of the victims, he said the command is working assiduously to ensure the victims are rescued. It will interest you to know that the kidnap of the traditional ruler of Ikuru in Andoni, King Aaron Ikuru, happened at his residence in Ikuru town in Andoni local government area. That of the lecturer of the University of Port Harcourt, Dr. Jones Ayuo, happened in Kana local government area, while the 12-passenger boat was hijacked on the Bonny waterways. The appeal court sitting in Port Harcourt has struck out the appeal by 22 embattled local government council chairmen against the River State government, the River State Independent Electoral Commission, RISEC, and two others. The three-man panel of the appeal, led by Justice Tani Yusuf Hassan, in a unanimous judgment, struck out the appeal after it noticed that there was no notice of appeal in their records. Correspondent Uchendu Ejiowo reports that Justice Yusuf Hassan, who read out the judgment, said there was no need to go into the merits of the matter since there is no record of notice of appeal, and thereby struck it out. Speaking to newsmen outside the court, counsel to River State government, RISEC, Echesina Etiaba, senior advocate of Nigeria, welcomed the judgment and advised the applicants to go and participate in the next council elections.
The Court of Appeal rightfully found in our favor today there was no proper notice of appeal before this court. That means the jurisdiction of the court was never activated. And it was based on our preliminary objection that the court ruled that they have failed, and they failed to file notice of appeal before this court. The court rightfully struck out the appeal. That's all. That's the end of the road for them. Appeal because the appellants claimed that they won an election, the local government election in 2015. And before the election, there was an order of court not to conduct that election, but they conducted. So after the Federal High Court nullified the election.
On his part, one of the counsels to the sacked 22 local government chairman, Mike Wodi, expressed shock over the judgment of the appeal court.
From the ruling, I think the court said that they didn't even discover our not filing a notice of appeal, that no was found in our file. They've gone through the course record that we did not file our notice of appeal. And there's no way we can file an appeal without filing a notice of appeal. It's surprising to us for the court to state that they didn't see our notice of appeal in the file. So all we need to do is to go back home because the matter was struck and not dismissed. And if there are notice of appeal in our records, come back and release the matter, and that is all. It was not decided on the merit. It was just struck out, but you can never come back at any time to re-enlist.
The 22 local government chairmen who were elected under the administration of former Governor Rotimi Amechi in 2015 but were sacked by Governor Nyesom Wike are asking the court to reinstate them or be paid for 3 years' tenure because they were wrongly removed from office. You are listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay with us.
every hour. When the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petro and River State is inviting all her members to the 2021 First State Quarterly Meeting scheduled as follows. Date, Thursday, 11th of March, 2021. Venue, Petro and Secretariat, number 34 Transamadi Road, Rumubiakani, Port Harcourt. Time, 10 a.m. prompt. To this effect, all owners of filling stations and gas plants in River State are by this notice encouraged to attend as crucial matters affecting the operations of our businesses shall be discussed. These, the planned monitoring policy by DPR and other regulatory agencies, the way forward on the current crisis in the supply and distribution of PMS, as well as the price irregularity in the face of undefined deregulation, and 1-year anniversary Thanksgiving service of our state executive. This meeting is mainly for managing directors or CEOs. Intending members are also invited. Please be punctual. All COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Remember, we are stronger together. This message is signed by Sir Francis Chilamdimpa, Executive State Chairman, and Mr. Addison Kanu, State PRO, Petro. And
welcome back. You're still listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM. 12 minutes has gone past 7. The House of Representatives has asked the federal government to transfer the $4.2 million repatriated from the United Kingdom to the Delta State government. The House reached a resolution after a debate on the motion sponsored by 9 members of the House from Delta State, led by the minority leader, Ndudi Elumelu. The House asked the federal government through the Ministry of Finance to immediately stop the disbursement of the money recovered from former Delta State Governor James Ibori. The House of Reps also requested the Federal Ministry of Finance and Attorney General of the Federation to furnish it with all particulars relating to the recovered money. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, has said his office is not investigating the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Chieftain Bola Tinubu. Malami, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, while speaking with the media in Abuja, said he could not say if the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission or the Code of Conduct Bureau are investigating Tinubu, since the two agencies had statutory powers to commence probes and prosecute people.
As you rightly know, has not taken any decision, has not filed or instituted any action before any court in the land relating to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But then, within the context of the law, as you rightly know, the EFCC, the Code of Conduct are all statutory bodies that are vested with statutory powers to act within the context of the law establishing them. But the Office of the Attorney General and its arm, which is the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, has not initiated any proceedings, and no investigation has been instituted at its instance by any agency of the government, be it EFCC or indeed the Code of Conduct.
The EFCC had in November 2020 written a letter to the CCB requesting copies of Tinubu's assets declaration form. Optometrists have said that research has proven that black people are more prone and predisposed to glaucoma. Speaking with our correspondent, Ifunanya Obeme Undukwe, on the commemoration of the World Glaucoma Week, the chairman of the Nigerian Optometric Association of Nigeria and River State, Dr. Chinenye Nwaniri, said glaucoma is the second leading cause of irreversible blindness in the world.
Glaucoma is the second leading cause of irreversible blindness worldwide. Any vision that you lose through glaucoma cannot be restored again. So that's why we're here to talk about early detection. So glaucoma just takes your vision without knowing. It's actually called the silent thief of sight because it comes without warning. You are black. There are studies that have been done to show that there's a genetic factor also attached to that, meaning that the blacks have less of the protective gene for glaucoma. More research is still being done on that. But just know that because you're black, you're very prone to have glaucoma. Increasing age is another thing. As long as you're up to 40, you should have regular eye checks for glaucoma. Children also come up with glaucoma. And that's why in the Nigerian Optometric Association, we advocate that children must have their eye test. In fact, worldwide, the first eye test should be at 6 weeks, 6 months, 2.5 years, and then yearly thereafter.
On our part, the committee chairman of the World Glaucoma Week in River State, Dr. Yvonne Mebele, said glaucoma is hereditary and comes with risk factors, including race, age, and other sicknesses, adding that there is no lifestyle that exposes one to glaucoma.
Like if you have somebody in your family that has glaucoma, let's say the father has glaucoma, there's a tendency that the children are likely to get glaucoma. It's hereditary, so it's advisable that the children get checked. Like you have some drugs that could induce glaucoma, so you're advised to stay off such drugs except under doctor's prescription, because there's certain things we look out for before we prescribe those drugs, like steroids. If you're on them for a very long time, you could come down with glaucoma. Recently, there are researches showing that people that are hypertensive and diabetic are predisposed to having glaucoma, but particularly there is no lifestyle.
World Glaucoma Week is set aside in March of every year to create awareness about glaucoma and for early detection. March 7 to 13 has been set aside to mark this year's edition of the week, themed "The World is Bright, Save Your Sight." And now to the foreign scene. A passerby was shot dead after South African police moved to disperse students protesting against refusal by a top Johannesburg-based university to register those in arrears with tuition fees. Clashes erupted when the police used rubber bullets to break up a group of students who were blocking roads with rubble and disrupting traffic in downtown Johannesburg around the Wits campus precinct. Students began sporadic protests in early January over the alleged exclusion of some students by a government-sponsored tuition aid scheme. They are demanding that Wits University allows all students with outstanding debt to register for the 2021 academic year. Many students have fallen into arrears because of economic hardships caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. In sports, a football expert, Mba Agwakalu has called for proper health care for football players in Nigeria. Mba Agwakalu, who is a former player of Eyimba International Football Club, said football players are not 100% medically tested before going into a game. He noted that this is the duty of the Nigeria Football Federation to ensure that players undergo medical tests, but that due to the poor state of health facilities in Nigeria, some players do not go for the complete medical tests required. The ex-Eyimba player noted that some players have died on the field because they were unaware of some existing health issue, just as he called on football players to put their health first and ensure that they're medically tested and are fit before going into the game.
In every professional league, not only in Nigeria, Europe, worldwide, before you come to a club, you must be fully confirmed that your health status, you are fit, before you'll be signed to the club. They are due to poverty level, the anxious of making money from the only means you can. Some players really don't go for that complete medical test. They just go for fitness tests and the rest. So at times they might not know they have such health issues, like heart problems. Sometimes you see them collapse in the field and all this stuff. Before you know it, they say a member of the team is chasing them, or according to the Nigerian word, they say they've charged them, but what I'm saying generally is that our players are not 100% tested, fitness tests, and before they go into the game. So when you have these health challenges, your coaches, the management might not know this is what you have, but
this report follows recent cases of deaths of footballers while on the game. To end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi and Governor Nyesom Wike have clashed over the planned construction of the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Rail Line and Bonny Seaport. Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami has denied knowledge on whether EFCC is investigating APC chieftain Bola Tinubu. The appeal court sitting in Port Harcourt has struck out an appeal by 22 local government council chairmen against the River State government, the River State Independent Electoral Commission, and 2 others. And on the foreign scene, we told you that a passerby was shot dead after South African police moved to disperse students protesting. And that was the news as edited by Victor Isiama. For comment and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories at www.todayfmlive.com. Do not forget, you need to take responsibility. Please wash your hands frequently with soap under running water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your face in high-contact surfaces when you're out and about to prevent the spread of coronavirus. I am Annie Abdusalam. Have a great morning.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Oh yes, my people, it's a new dawn as Nigeria is set to have the first manufacturer store.
Waiting there for
Ebola don't land for Nigeria. What in the sweet me pass be sent for Port Harcourt here?
You say waiting.
Phone headquarters. We're there for 3 share location opposite Ebonyi Junction, Rumola, Port Harcourt. 3 share location opposite Ebonyi Junction, Rumola, Port Harcourt. Where they go sell to people where they buy one like say they buy plenty.
That means phone don't cheap well oh.
Bio, tell me something. Yes, so no more distributors price, no more dealers price. Buy am for the price where it's supposed to be. Remember, sir, this phone headquarters day one for each country. Anything where concern phone matter. Now waiting with the do. You go fit buy any phone for credit. Swap your old phone to new phone. Do phone insurance. Remember, anything where concern phone matter. Now waiting phone headquarters carry enter Port Harcourt. Any phone where you buy, you go get customized gift. Our phone number na 090-4484-1366. 090-4484-1366.
The hottest and latest news when it happens, where it happens, and how it happens. Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Voice of the people.
We're glad to have Ambassador Nefo from the Vision Business Hub here with us in the studio. Ambassador Nefo, you're welcome.
Thank you and good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be here today.
Ambassador, a lot of people will want to know, what is the Business Growth Assistance Program of the Vision Business Hub all about? We notice it is rapidly expanding all over the country. So what is the program all about?
Thank you. The Business Growth Assistance Program is an international partnership program of the Vision Business Hub. We help partners to raise capital for their businesses or projects. You see, the key word is raise. Raise the funds you need for your businesses or projects over a period of time without borrowing money from anybody. Since 2016, the Business Growth Assistance Program have helped over 2,000 partners raise business capital. Here is the fact. That you have capital to start a business does not mean your business or investment will be successful. Therefore, the Business Growth Assistance Program will also provide you with mentorship program, where a team of mastermind mentors and business experts will work with you, advise you, mentor you for a full 6 months to ensure your business is successful. But listen, this mentorship will be rendered to you completely free of charge.
I believe this is a good program for such a time as this in Nigeria. But how does the Vision Business Hub make money?
Good question. We have international affiliate partners that support our program and make sure that those who need the mentorship will get it for free. We have been diligent for the past 4 years and our results are speaking.
So what are the categories of people that can benefit and how can they contact the Vision Business Hub?
You will be contacted if you meet up with the categories I will mention as follows. Do you need to raise money to start a business? Do you need to expand an existing business? Do you want to start another investment to support your current income? Do you have the project or a project that requires money to execute? If your answer is yes to any of these categories, then send yes to the number I will call shortly. The Vision Business Hub has a functional working plan to teach partners how to raise the funds they need in a period of 3 to 6 months. To top it up, because we understand that the secret to any business success is mentorship, we have committed to providing free mentorship to the first 30 people that send yes to us from this program. So if you are not among the first 30 people to send yes to us, you have to pay a consultation fee of 50,000 naira. Yes, 50,000 naira. But if you are amongst the first 30 people to text yes, our consultants will talk to you completely free of charge right at our summit. Now, for every awareness we make, we select only 30 people. That means the first 30 people from this program that send yes to the number I will call will be selected. Remember, the great Pablo Picasso said that action is the foundational key to all success. Do not hope for change. Create the change you want through action. So if you want to take action and you need help to raise funds for your business or project, then pick up your phone now and send yes to this number.
0816-208-0579.
Do not sit back and explain away what you do not understand. If you really need financial help to start a business or project, this is the time. Don't sit back and hope that life will get better. Dr. Steve Marboley once said, life will not give you what you want. It will only give you what you demand with action. The time for action, I believe, is now. So pick up your phone and send yes to this number.
0816 208-0579.
I will call it again, but if you're one of the first 30 people to respond, you will talk to our consultants to benefit from the Business Development Assistance Program. So if you'd like to understand how we can help you to raise these funds that you need for your business or project, quickly send YES, Y-E-S, to this number.
0816-208-0579. 0816-208-0579.
Our representatives will give you a call and schedule a meeting for you with one of our consultants who will guide you on how you can create the capital you desire. And then you will also get free 12 months mentorship to make sure you succeed in your venture. Albert Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is defined as insanity. So do not continue with the mistakes of last year. Make sure you do something different this year. Make sure you get mentorship this year. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again and God bless you.
Thank you, Ambassador Nefo, for sharing this business opportunity with us.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
There is a vacancy for a vibrant marketing officer with vast knowledge in media buying and prospecting. You must be capable of innovative thinking and should be result-oriented. Please note, only experienced media marketers. Send your CV to newscareer95@gmail.com.
You know what? Open that door now. I go match and down. Oh yeah, give me that thing. Come on, give me the phone. Give me that thing. Oh yeah, shoot that police.
Insecurity has become a common factor in our general language within the Nigerian space, no doubt. Not only has it become a threat, it has begun taking diverse dimension we cannot ignore. A solution we seek. A desire to stop the trend is imminent.
Wait up 2 seconds.
God, hey, Jesus. Straight bullet, though, what kind of country is this? Hey boy, I just said to go and buy something, what kind of thing is straight bullet from where? I'm finished though.
Directly or indirectly, we all have lost people, friends, family, or acquaintances as a result of insecurity. But is security only the job of the government? No, security is not one man's job alone. Every individual in the society has a role to play in order to achieve a secure society. We urge citizens and indigents to adhere and respect the laws of the state, report irregular activities to the authorities, and we implore security agencies to carry out their duties as stipulated by the Constitution and not infringe on the rights of citizens. If we work together, we can build the Nigeria of our dreams. This message is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM.
Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This is Today 95.1 FM.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
Welcome to NIMASA in Focus.
I'm your guide on this program. My name is Cordelia Obe. Well, before I tell you anything I need to share with you today, it's 1 year already. I'm not saying 2021 has moved to 2022. I'm saying it's 1 year already since this new team taking charge of management affairs in NIMASA took over. So I want to quickly wish, and I'd like you to join me, please, the Director General, Dr. Bashir Jamo, the Executive Directors, talking about Executive Director Operations, Shehu Ahmed, Executive Director of Maritime Labor and Cabotage Services, Victor Oche, and the Administration and Finance ED, Chudi Ofodili. All the best is what we're wishing you all as you continue to push the Nigerian maritime sector to new heights. Woohoo! Now let's move on. This program is a program where we tell you what you need to know about the maritime sector. We usually would share with you policies, let you know the policies government have made that will be affecting the industry, maritime security, business opportunities, career opportunities, and many more. So as I would always do, I'd ask you to please sit back, relax, and join me on this cruise as we go through the maritime sector. This is NIMASA in Focus.
This is NIMASA in Focus.
Last week's program, we reported on the meeting of the National Joint Industrial Council, NJIC, during which discussions on a revised minimum wage and improved living standard for dock workers through the Collective Bargaining Agreement CBA initiative endorsed by NIMASA and NJIC in 2018 were top on the list. We also brought you news of how the National Maritime Transport Policy being developed by Nigeria would lead to improved foreign direct investment, FDI inflow, and enhance the ability of the Nigerian maritime sector to compete internationally. That assertion was according to the Minister of State for Transportation, Senator Gbemisola Saraki. Finally, in the news from last week, we brought you the news on the International Maritime Organization, IMO, and we reported on the use of the 2012 Cape Town Agreement as a tool to drastically improve the safety record of the global fishing industry. So, that's a recap for last week. Now, what do I have for you this week? Let me quickly tell you. Today, I'll be reporting on the meeting between NIMASA and the Senate Committee on Marine Transport. You need to stay tuned to find out what they talked about. We'll also bring you details of the recent virtual meeting between the NIMASA DG, Dr. Bashir Jamo, and the CEO, Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, Ms. Kwai Lei Hong. Also in the news from the International Maritime Organization, the IMO, we'll be considering the work of that organization's Department for Partnership and Projects, DPP. On the Focus segment, we'll speak with the Director, Cabotage Services, Mrs. Rita Urakba, and Chief Marine Officer, Dr. Awal Bamaga, on the MARPO Convention. I've let you know what we have for you today, so I'll dive in straight on. It is a landmark week in the history of Nigerian Maritime and that of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, especially with its Director General, Dr. Bashir Jamo, marking 1 year at the helm of the nation's apex maritime agency. As you can imagine, accolades have been flowing in from the top levels of global maritime, with no less than Kita Klim, the head of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, sending a congratulatory message to Dr. Jamo on the milestone, which has already seen major strides taken by Dr. Jamo to push Nigerian maritime to greater heights. Here at home, Dr. Jamo has enjoyed widespread endorsement for his positive steps to improve the sector during his first year in office, especially from the unions, with the President General of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, Adewale Adeyanju, stating his union support for the NIMASA DG on the occasion of his first year in charge.
We support him, we continue to support him. He has done well, and we congratulate him for a good job under 1 year. He has able to meet with all the stakeholders, trying to sensitize with them what he has in his kitty for NIMASA and all the stakeholders. I think he's doing that gradually, and I believe he's going to do more. We congratulate him, we continue to support him as a labor, give our advice if it is necessary, It is one thing for you to advise, it's another thing for somebody to manage your advice. And we'll continue to give you that maximum support.
More news coming in from this week. We have the Director General, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, alongside his management team, recently appearing before the Senate Committee on Marine Transport to give account of the agency's activities and deliberate on issues bordering on budgetary provisions. While addressing the committee, Dr. Jamo highlighted the focus of his administration as being on safety, security, and shipping development, adding that empowerment of youths engaged in maritime criminality was also an important area which the agency was proactively tackling. He stated that the agency was working with the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency, SMEDAN, to develop entrepreneurship opportunities for youths, especially those in littoral states.
We are now working with SMEDAN, trying to see how we can inculcate culture by introducing small-scale businesses for these younger Nigerians. Be it fishing trawlers, we introduce like what we have, Keke Napep. If you go to Bayelsa, it's hardly for you to connect one local government without using water. So we carry ferries. We give ferries, we bring boats, we help them to be useful to themselves and the economy that we have. So this is what we are doing.
Senator James Manager headed the Senate committee in his capacity as acting chairman and assured NIMASA of his committee's continued support insofar as the agency continues to act within its constitutionally stated parameters. Responding to Dr. Jamo's presentation, member of the Senate committee, Eyakenyi Akon-Etim, was full of praise for the NIMASA DG.
NIMASA did a very wonderful presentation of what is going on in the agency as it relates to the security and the operation of our waterways. So we want to commend the DG for the work well done.
As part of efforts to harvest ideas and encourage cooperation between Nigeria and leading maritime nations, Dr. Bashir Jamo recently held a virtual meeting with the CEO of the Maritime and Port Authority, MPA, Singapore, Ms. Kwai Lei Hong. During the meeting, Ms. Hong congratulated Dr. Jamo on his appointment and thanked Nigeria for being one of the first countries to designate seafarers as critical workers at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent restrictions on movement globally.
Dr. Jamo, I wanted to thank Nigeria for coming on board because we did an authorities roundtable declaration earlier last year to commit to keep the ports open. So we've got quite a number of authorities that come on board, and I must say that we really thank Nigeria for being really very responsive and actually one of the first countries to come on board to find the declaration together, where it gives confidence to the world that as port authorities, we commit to keep our ports open. So with that, I think just wanted to express our appreciation for Nigeria for coming on board and for being so responsive to the declaration.
On his part, Dr. Jamo thanked Singapore for her long-standing support for Nigerian maritime, especially in the area of training of Nigerian seafarers. He also expressed his disappointment at misrepresentation in international media on piracy acts perpetrated in the Greater Gulf of Guinea area being wrongly attributed to Nigerian waters, while stating what NIMASA is doing to address maritime insecurity.
Because of the increase in piracy within the Gulf of Guinea and Nigeria in particular, we just have to deploy another means of seeing how we can synergize and work together. In doing so, with the support of IMO, we have what we call Joint Industry Working Group, where we have the major operators internationally coming together on monthly basis to discuss the problems within the Gulf of Guinea and the way forward. We now extended it to the Yaoundé architecture. We revisited the Yaoundé architecture and we agree that we have to sign a framework between Nigeria and the ICC, that is the International Coordinating Center in Yaoundé.
Now, news from the International Maritime Organization is what I'll be giving you next. 1 year after its creation, IMO's Department for Partnerships and Projects, DPP, has bold ambitions to expand its portfolio of global and regional projects. These new initiatives will further support developing countries to address the world's most pressing ocean and environmental challenges, including climate change, marine litter, and biodiversity. The department in 2021 will also be working with other divisions of the IMO to identify and mobilize resources for projects on maritime digitalization. The DPP was created in March 2020 by IMO Secretary General Kita Klim to coordinate the development of strategic and innovative external partnerships and project implementation in line with its vision, which simply states, Voyage Together. This department positions IMO to support its long-term capacity building strategy through resource mobilization and partnerships and facilitates the achievement of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, for all member states. Words on Marble.
Acquiring the right to participate in the transport of our crude to foreign refineries. It is an objective that we have fought over for so many years. I mean, we've talked about cabotage, but I think even before we started talking about cabotage, we had actually been engaged in the business of trying to supply shipping services to those who have the contracts to carry our crude to foreign refineries. And basically what we said in those days was, we cannot continue to sell our crude on an FOB basis. We'll sell it and we are paid a certain amount for bringing the oil to the wellhead. And then the people who buy it now have responsibility for providing shipping services. And you understand that those shipping services create jobs. It creates significant opportunities because there are seamen who work there. They earn a lot of money from that. They also keep their families. It creates opportunities for you to acquire technology in shipping because shipping is very dynamic.
Captain Emmanuel Iheanacho, Chairman, Integrated Oil and Gas, speaking on the need for greater indigenous participation in shipping.
NIMASA, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. For Oponga shipping registration, no. NIMASA, commercial shipping, no. NIMASA, maritime labor, NIMASA.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, the nation's maritime watchdog, established to promote maritime safety, security, and commercial shipping. NIMASA is well positioned and committed to take the development and standardization of Nigeria's maritime industry to greater heights. NIMASA, promoting safe and secure maritime environment.
This is NIMASA in focus.
See this life, me I know like trouble. Oh. One man thing is another man's struggle. Oh. Money no day today, money go day tomorrow. Feel good is a happy day. Oh no, pepe, pepe, pepe. Oh yeah, oh yeah. No go they do pass yourself. No go they do pass yourself. Pepe, 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 pepe. No go they do pass yourself. You no get the money, you want do loud loud. Trouble they sleep, younger go wake up. Don't do today, forget tomorrow. Hey, feel good, it's a happy day. Hey, yeah. Pepe, 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 pepe. No go they do pass yourself. No go they do pass yourself. Pepe, pepe, pepe. No go they do pass yourself. Hey, yeah. Pepe, pepe, pepe. Pepe, pepe, no go they do pass yourself. No go they do, no. Pepe, pepe, pepe. I declare, no go they do pass yourself. Forget say you make come, me self go make come too. I no come to chop and cool. Yeah, àsìkò ló dẹ́rù ẹ̀dá o. Ẹ̀dá ṣohun rere tí á dára o. No go dey do pass yourself. We no concern you. No go dey do pass yourself.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
On our focus segment today, we'll be bringing you the Director, Cabotage Services, NIMASA, Mrs. Rita Urakba, and also Chief Marine Officer, Dr. Awal Bamaga. Could you please shed more light on the MARPOL Convention and how it affects participants in the industry?
I'll be as elementary as possible. I mean, before you go into any business or any business you're in, you would try to know what laws and regulations govern the business you're doing so that you do not run foul of the law. Having said that, NIMASA, on our website, we have all our conventions that are uploaded there. They're under the Merchant Shipping Act, which anybody that is an operator in the maritime industry should have. We have all these conventions and what they're supposed to do, the violations, the penalties, they're all spelled out under the Merchant Shipping Act. The MEM department, the enforcement department, from time to time, carry out some sensitization seminars and to just educate them, especially when there's a new regulation that has been put in place.
How are stakeholders kept abreast of amendments to existing international conventions, such as the MARPOL Convention?
This regulation, the international convention, normally at the IMO, there are working groups which will also participate, and there's also MEPC, Marine Environment Protection Committee, which also will participate at those meetings. What protocols is all about is an amendment of that convention. Even the MARPOL, you see, they say 73, 78. It is the protocol that is the 78. But that does not mean that it supersedes the convention. Now, you now adopt as a country whether you want to be signatory to that convention. So if you want to be signatory to that convention, what you do when you come back home, you call the stakeholders. Okay. Stakeholders involve the ship owners, other maritime regulators, and say, okay, these are the things that we are trying to adopt and be part of it. So if they have input, they can now tell us the input, and that is sometimes we do through guidelines.
Thank you very much. We've been speaking with the Director of Cabotage Services, NIMASA, Mrs. Rita Urakba, and Chief Marine Officer, Dr. Awal Bamaga.
NIMASA, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. For Ogbonge shipping registration, no. NIMASA, commercial shipping, no. NIMASA, maritime labor, no. NIMASA.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, the nation's maritime watchdog, established to promote maritime safety, security, and commercial shipping. NIMASA is well positioned and committed to take the development and standardization of Nigeria's maritime industry to greater heights.
NIMASA.
NIMASA, promoting safe and secure maritime environment.
Time for some maritime facts. Did you know that in 1812, an American ship rescued a British crew stranded on an island? While the Americans went out to search for food for the extra crew, the British took over the ship and left the Americans stranded on the island. Hey, wow, that was ingratitude at its peak. Also, did you know that despite never having received naval training or participating in naval combat prior to the war, and constantly being outnumbered and outsupplied, Admiral Yi Sun-shin defeated 333 Japanese ships with only 13 Korean ships at the Battle of Myeongyang. Wow, that was extraordinary. 13 ships defeating 333? That means, my friend, you can do more than you can even imagine.
This is Nimasa in Focus.
Well, with that, I say thank you very much for being a part of the program. I'll be back next week, other things being equal. Till then, remember to follow Nimasa on all her social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. They are all at Nimasa Official, You could also visit the website of the agency. Also follow the DJ Nimasa on Twitter. He is at Jamo Bashir. My name is Cordelia Oatman. And remember, stay safe, and be happy. Bye-bye.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. We are charting the direction for maritime and regulating the industry for a better, bigger, and more economically stable Nigeria. Evolved to serve you better. We are NIMASA. New face, rejuvenated service. NIMASA, changing the tides in your favor.
This good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Glad to have Ambassador Nefo from the Vision Business Hub here with us in the studio. Ambassador Nefo, you're welcome.
Thank you, and good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be here today.
Ambassador, a lot of people will want to know, what is the Business Growth Assistance Program of the Vision Business Hub all about? We notice it is rapidly expanding all over the country. So what is the program all about?
Thank you. The Business Growth Assistance Program is an international partnership program of the Vision Business Hub. We help partners to raise capital for their businesses or projects. You see, the key word is raise. Raise the funds you need for your businesses or projects over a period of time without borrowing money from anybody. Since 2016, the Business Growth Assistance Program have helped over 2,000 partners raise business capital. Here is a fact. That you have capital to start a business does not mean your business or investment will be successful. Therefore, the Business Growth Assistance Program will also provide you with mentorship program, where a team of mastermind mentors and business experts will work with you, advise you, mentor you for a full 6 months to ensure your business is successful. But listen, this mentorship will be rendered to you completely free of charge.
I believe this is a good program for such a time as this in Nigeria. But how does the Vision Business Hub make money?
Good question. We have international affiliate partners that support our program and make sure that those who need the mentorship will get it for free. We have been diligent for the past 4 years and our results are speaking.
So what are the categories of people that can benefit and how can they contact the Vision Business Hub?
You will be contacted if you meet up with the categories I will mention as follows. Do you need to raise money to start a business? Do you need to expand an existing business? Do you want to start another investment to support your current income? Do you have the project or a project that requires money to execute? If your answer is yes to any of these categories, then send yes to the number I will call shortly. The Vision Business Hub has a functional working plan to teach partners how to raise the funds they need in a period of 3 to 6 months. To top it up, because we understand that the secret to any business success is mentorship, we have committed to providing free mentorship to the first 30 people that send yes to us from this program. So if you are not among the first 30 people to send yes to us, you have to pay a consultation fee of 50,000 naira. Yes, 50,000 naira. But if you are amongst the first 30 people to text yes, our consultants will talk to you completely free of charge right at our summit. Now, for every awareness we make, we select only 30 people. That means the first 30 people from this program that send yes to the number I will call will be selected. Remember, the great Pablo Picasso said that action is the foundational key to all success. Do not hope for change. Create the change you want through action. So if you want to take action and you need help to raise funds for your business or project, then pick up your phone now and send yes to this number.
0810 493 8080.
Do not sit back and explain away what you do not understand. If you really need financial help to start a business or project, this is the time. Don't sit back and hope that life will get better. Dr. Steve Marboley once said, life will not give you what you want. It will only give you what you demand with action. The time for action, I believe, is now. So pick up your phone and send yes to this number.
0810 493 8080.
I will call it again, but if you're one of the first 30 people to respond, you will talk to our consultants to benefit from the Business Development Assistant Program. So if you'd like to understand how we can help you to raise these funds that you need for your business or project, quickly send yes, YES, to this number.
0810 493 8080. 0810 493 8080.
Our representatives will give you a call and schedule a meeting for you with one of our consultants who will guide you on how you can create the capital you desire. And then you will also get free 12 months mentorship to make sure you succeed in your venture. Albert Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is defined as insanity. So do not continue with the mistakes of last year. Make sure you do something different this year. Make sure you get mentorship this year. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again and God bless you.
Thank you, Ambassador Nefo, for sharing this business opportunity with us.
You know what? Put that down now. I go match and down. Oh yeah, give me that thing. Come on, give me the phone. Give me that thing. Oh yeah, shoot that police. They go over.
Insecurity has become a common factor in our general language within the Nigerian space, no doubt. Not only has it become a threat, it has begun taking diverse dimension we cannot ignore. A solution we seek. A desire to stop the trend is imminent.
Wait up 2 seconds.
God, hey, Jesus. Straight bullet, though, what kind of country is this? A boy I just said to go and buy something, what kind of thing is straight bullet from where? I'm finished though.
Directly or indirectly, we all have lost people, friends, family, or acquaintances as a result of insecurity. But is security only the job of the government? No, security is not one man's job alone. Every individual in the society has a role to play in order to achieve a secure society. We urge citizens and indigents to adhere and respect the laws of the state, report irregular activities to the authorities, and we implore security agencies to carry out their duties as stipulated by the Constitution and not infringe on the rights of citizens. If we work together, we can build the Nigeria of our dreams. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM.
Hello,
I'm actually looking for a place where I can do very good jingles. And
call this number.
What about a place where, like a comfortable place where I can record and produce my programs?
Call this number.
Sorry, this one is actually very important to me. I'm also looking for a good radio station where I can place my adverts. This one is actually very important to me.
This number.
Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
0818 389 2850. 0818 389 2850.
Property business. Odibola, now we be baba.
My Port Harcourt people, this na the Odibola Invest and Travel to Dubai promo 2021. Yes, sir. With just 1,550,000 naira only for live gate layout or 2 million naira only for quiet heaven layout phase 2. You go qualify to travel with us. Go flex for Dubai inside the month of June 2021. Chai! What thing you they wait for? Just buy one plot of land for this layout them and instanta you qualify to travel go Dubai with husband material of Wazobia FM. Rewarding Pekin and the number one comedian of choice inside River State, the advisor. The land they or Magua and Ipo for Equatorial local government area, River State, with approval from Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority. This now Bonga experience where you no go ever forget. Dubai with a come. Our office address there for the Bola House in the William City Layout, off Tombia Extension, GRA Phase 3, Port Harcourt, River State. For more information, carry walk go on top of www.odibolaproperties.com. Call Lisa on 07062641169. Visit our sales point at any Market Square Shopping Center. This work is supported by Real People's Foundation.
Officer, take. Officer, give me number. No time. Ma, they match am, they go.
What? You bribing the officer of the law? You under arrest. Let me see your papers. You can go. They're in order. Drive safe, okay?
I don't understand though. No be the same country again. Officer reject bribe. Wake me. They arrested me yesterday. That yesterday, I go do my papers. See as I pass now. I pass without fear. You too, make you do wetin dey right. For we country to better, it dey for we hand. If you like, do like say you no hear am. To give or to take bribe, na offense.
Una don hear am, abi? You hear am too, abi? You hear am. You hear am well. They themselves, they hear am. Now the voice of the people. Now him bring this message given Today 95.1 FM. Now we be the voice of the people.
So you're still thinking of me, just like I know you should. I cannot give you everything, you know I wish I could. I'm so high at the moment, I'm so caught up in this. You're just a young, dumb and broke, but we still got love to give. While we're young, dumb and broke. Young, dumb and broke. Young, dumb and broke. Young, dumb, broke high school kids. Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna
I was lightning before the thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, thunder.
We have so much in common. We argue all the time. You always say I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleed.
Young, dumb, dumb and broke. Young, dumb, dumb and broke. Young, dumb, dumb and broke. Young, dumb, broke high school kid.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder.
Young, dumb and broke.
Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Young, dumb and broke. Young, dumb and broke. Young, dumb and broke. Young, dumb high school kids.
The moment I'm so caught up in this. Yeah, we're just a young, dumb and broke, but we still got love to give while we're young, dumb and broke.